Hey everyone, it's Firebolt Zero, and today I wanted to talk about a video game I just beat. It's pretty old school, but I still had some fun playing it.
Super Dodgeball, which was released in the late 80s.
Thanks to Nintendo eShop, I was able to download a copy for myself on my Nintendo 3DS. So, I wanted to talk about the goods, the bad, and the middle stuff. Basically my personal feelings about the game Super Dodgeball. One of the good things I like about this game is that it's old school, so being able to play a game from a time where I wasn't even born yet, I take a lot of pride in that, and I totally respect old school video games. Also, the fact that this is an old school game, there's no real story, but that's also a good thing because it doesn't really need a story. It's basically a world tournament of dodgeball. Also, let's not forget the fact that this game, if you download one copy of the game for your Nintendo 3DS, you don't really have to have another copy to play this with somebody else. You can have one copy and they can just download the game, like, DS download. I think the downsides I have with this game is the fact that I wasn't really sucked into it, not as much as I thought it would be. I mean, yes, it's an old school game, so, how much could you possibly get sucked into that? But I'm just saying, I played it and it wasn't like something that I was like super hooked on.
Now, Super Dodgeball isn't the game where you're gonna be like,
oh yeah, gotta get him, gotta get him, gotta get them, yeah, take that.
The game was more like... That was a lot of fun. I'm not saying this game was crap, it wasn't, but it wasn't exactly something that would suck me into it, One of the other things I didn't really like about the game was the fact that the way you do like special shots is a little complicated. You have to either dash or jump or something to get your special shots going, because it's just like, it's not like, you have a little meter on the side next to your character's health that says you can use your special shot. It's just basically you have to put in a certain command to do it. So if you were expecting something awesome, dial down your awesome meter, because the special shots, well, they are cool, but I wouldn't say, you would jump in the air because it was just that cool. I mean, some of the special shots include throwing a dodgeball and it turns into 3 dodgeballs and hits this one guy 3 times, and this other one where you could throw it and take out 3 guys at the same time with just one throw, and this other shot where you're throwing the dodgeball in the air and it just lands on the person's head, like BAM! I think it was just, the way I'm describing it sounds cool, but when you actually see it in the game, it's not. It's not a disappointment, just not as good as I thought it would be. So if you were expecting something like because you're going to be very disappointed because that's not in the game. Well, of course, obviously that anime would be in the game, but I'm just saying that style, like you saw like how much power and awesomeness there was in that one clip. Yeah, the game I'm talking about wouldn't have something like that. But to be fair, if it did have something like that in the game, I'm pretty sure it'd be way more popular than it was at the time. Finally, I want to talk about my last thing, is that I never got to play dodgeball when I was a kid. Don't ask me why, it just never happened. But, getting to play a game like this, it did somewhat fill that void of never being able to play dodgeball, but it actually makes me want to go into the real world and play this thing for real, because it just feels like so-so. Like, you had the game, but you actually want to do it in real life. If that makes any sense.
So to sum up my review of Super Dodgeball for the NES, I gotta say I would give this 6 out of 10 dodgeballs. It's not a bad game, but it's just, I don't really feel super sucked into playing this game over and over again. It's like one of those games you would just play if you just happen to see it in your closet and you're like, why not? So, those are my thoughts about this game. Thank you for watching, and remember, stay golden.